I'm Richard Clarke. I record these talks every day as a way to deepen my inquiry. Listen each day and deepen your own practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 274. The Muslim professor asked how Vaishnavism can be reconciled to Advaitism. Maharshi, the Vaishnavites call themselves Vishnavaitins. This is also Advaita. Just as the individual body comprises the soul, the ego, and the gross body, so also God comprises Paramatma, the world, and the individuals. Professor, does not bhakti imply duality? Maharshi says something in Sanskrit that translates to reflection on one's own self is called bhakti. Bhakti and self-inquiry are one and the same. The self of the Advaitins is the God of the Bhaktas. Professor, is there a spiritual hierarchy of all the original propounders of religion watching the spiritual welfare of the humans? Maharshi, let them be or let them not be. It's only a surmise at the best. Atma is pratyaksha, self-evident. Know it and be done with speculation. One may admit such a hierarchy, another may not, but no one can gainsay the Atma. In this dialogue, the Muslim professor raises a question regarding the reconciliation of Vaishnavism and Advaitism. The professor seeks clarification on how the concepts of Vaishnavism, which emphasize devotion to a personal deity, can be harmonized with Advaitism, which emphasizes the non-dual nature of reality. Advaita is more associated with Shiva. Ramana demonstrated this by his attraction to and devotion of Arunachala. To address this question, Maharshi begins by acknowledging that Vaishnavites identify themselves as Vishnadvaitins, which translates to qualified non-dualists. Qualified non-dualists acknowledge the non-dual nature of reality, but also recognize a certain qualification or distinction within that non-duality. They believe that while ultimately everything is Brahman, the ultimate reality, there are also individual souls, jivas, and the material world, prakriti, that exists within Brahman. These individual souls are considered distinct from Brahman, yet intimately connected to it, like waves in the ocean. Qualified non-dualists maintain the essence of non-duality while accommodating the apparent diversity of the manifested world. Ramana elucidates this by drawing a parallel between the composition of an individual body and the nature of God. Just as an individual comprises the soul, ego, and physical body, God encompasses Paramatman, the Supreme Soul, the world, and individual beings. This analogy illustrates the unity within the framework of Advaita philosophy. The professor then questions whether bhakti, devotion, implies duality, since there is the devotee and the object of the devotee's love. He expresses concerns about the apparent conflict between devotion to a non-dual deity and the non-dual view. Maharshi responds by quoting a Sanskrit verse, which translates to reflection on one's own self is called bhakti. Ramana equates bhakti with self-inquiry, emphasizing that true devotion and self-inquiry are essentially the same. In essence, sincere devotion ultimately leads one to the realization of the self, transcending any perceived duality. The professor, like most of us, tries to find and identify differences, and Ramana tells him again and again that it is the same, not different. Further probing, the professor asks about the existence of a spiritual hierarchy among the founders of religion, overseeing the spiritual welfare of humanity. The professor wants to find differences in the differences. Maharshi's response to this speculation is unequivocal. He dismisses it as mere conjecture, asserting that the self, Atma, is self-evident and beyond any hierarchical structures. The self is known by actually being the self, not by mental imagination of the self. Ramana encourages you to focus on direct realization of the self rather than engaging in speculative discussions about spiritual hierarchies. Ramana Maharshi reaffirms the primacy of self-realization, stating that while people may entertain various beliefs regarding spiritual hierarchies, none can deny the undeniable reality of the self. This is a central tenet of Advaita Vedanta, the direct experience of non-duality, which transcends all conceptual frameworks and hierarchical constructs. Thus, Maharshi emphasizes the importance of knowing the self directly and giving up unnecessary speculation. You are not an idea, so you'll never find yourself by thinking about yourself. The best you can do with your mind is to get it out of the way. Thus, the meditative practice to quiet the mind. What is there when mind is quiet? Who are you when mind is quiet? So inquire, know yourself, and be always free and at peace. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.